band begins. Please wake me from these dreams. Wake me from these dreams. This weight on me remains, and I can't get up from you.
I knew Dave. In 2006, there's a school in Pasadena called the Los Angeles Music Academy, and they had a summer camp for all intents and purposes thing, and we met there because part of the itinerary for the summer camp was to get in a band and write a couple songs, and he was my bass player and vice versa.
Oh, nice.
And we met, and then I actually pursued and went to the school for the year course from 2006 to 2007, and then right when I graduated, he started.
Okay.
I was playing with another Los Angeles band, and basically met him on the street one day, and he said, "We're looking for a guitar player."
On the street?
Yeah,
Were you standing on
He
your
was
street
asking.
corner?
I was asking for money.
I
was just hustling, you know.
No, it's right else. It's actually what else. I mean, I live right. Pasadena is a really tight-knit community, so I live right down the street from the school. So I was walking by it, and he said, "Hey, we're looking for a guitar player for this band, Loyal Enemy." And I was like, I really wanted to do it, but the band I was in was pretty on me for being exclusive with them, and I thought I lost my chance, but through a string of events, it kind of came to pass that I was approached again, and it was the right timing, and I jumped on it. And I've always really loved the music and wanted to be involved with it, and I'm very, very grateful to be a part of it now.
And then, bam, the magic happened.
Yeah, he actually brought a little step higher to the band, writing and all that. He's really helpful in that.
And it looks like it's working out pretty well.
Yes.
All right, now you guys tell me about the video. I watched the video about Beautiful Death, and I'd have to say it was an amazing, well-put video put together.
Thanks.
And some people say it's a little bit of a combination of Leonardo da Vinci with Geppetto. I'd like to say it was more of the rock version of Pinocchio.
That's totally right.
Also with a touch of, if you don't mind me saying, a little bit of Marilyn Manson / Tool feel.
Okay, yeah, we've heard that. I've heard that.
Who came up with the idea for the video?
I did for the...
Really?
Yeah.
And what was your inspiration for it?
It was weird because it wasn't something planned. I was just vacationing back at home in Spain, and my family's like into all the film industry and stuff. We got a new camera. We were trying stuff out, and said, "Hey, let's do a video." And the only song really that could fit at the time, only because the band members weren't there. It was only me there. So what song could we do that's only one member, only the singer? And that was the song that fitted the most. And I always loved Edward Scissorhands and
I can see a little bit of that in the video.
So we tried to get this dark Pinocchio, Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, it was kind of like a, not as Tim Burton, but it still had a kind of a dark feel to it.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful video, an amazing song.
Thanks.
Love the lyrics.
Thank you.
And you wrote the lyrics for the song too, right?
I wrote the lyrics and music. I wrote that song for my sister. Actually.
Oh.
Yes. It's really old song actually compared to all the other ones. It's been written forever. Yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it. And that actually brings me to my next question. When you guys are putting a song together, writing lyrics, is there somewhere that you go or do to get into that zone where you can focus, or do you just have a crazy night of beer drinking and say, "Oh, hell, let's write a song"?
We haven't tried that yet.
No, we haven't tried that yet.
I
It's since we moved to the States, it's actually been very hard because we've always had time kicking us in the ass.
Really?
So it's never been a place where we could go sit and really think about it. We were just always have like a deadline, like we got to get some songs for this person or that person. So it's been kind of weird. But before it was mostly, and still now somehow, it's just mostly like on the acoustic guitar, get an idea and then recording it, see what can we make out of it, and jamming it sometimes on the lookout.
Now, do you feel pressured even more so? Is it more hard to write the songs and the lyrics when you know you've got a deadline to meet?
Yeah, definitely. You don't get to be as creative. Yeah.
So you feel that some of that creativeness has been thrown out?
I mean, it's still creative. It's just you don't get the time to experiment and try new parts in or stuff like that. So we kind of go for what we think is best at the moment. Yeah.
Sometimes being on the gun like that, sometimes the best material comes out of situations like that. Because I've been in situations where people have too much time to sit and meander and try it, but they don't make a decision and go with it. And sometimes, that's having a deadline, having to do something. Some of the best material comes out of that. So in a way, it's kind of a blessing. So
yeah, he's totally right. There's so many songs that back in the time when we had all the time to do it, there's so many songs that never came out that have been stuck there because we've never finished it, never really got down to do it. So yeah, I guess it's right somehow.
Those songs that you say that you don't finish, do you ever go back and finish them when you do have time?
We have a few of them, yes. The ones that were really worth it. The ones that weren't, they just kind of died out. They're there. I mean, whenever a label needs more material, here you go.
Surprise! Ta-da!
Yeah, whenever Britney Spears needs a new song,
What would you do?
edit. Any labels watching, edit.
Now,
Edit.
obviously you guys perform all the time. Is there a memorable concert that you guys have been to, or someone that you'd like to go see that you haven't seen?
Oh, us playing or watching?
Someone you watching.
Oh, I bet everyone has a different one.
yeah, I want to go see Muse. I haven't seen Muse.
Ooh, that would be a good
And,
one.
Memorable concert. I don't know.
I've seen Muse a couple times.
I was on tour with another band, and I saw Carnival in Michigan, and it was just amazing. Have you heard that band, Carnival?
I think I've heard of their name, but I've not heard of their music yet.
They're really good.
What kind of music do they play?
Kind of like in between Tool and Muse. And Marshall.
Okay. Well, I know Tool and I know Muse, so I definitely know their music.
They're really good.
Yeah, I think they're better than those two.
Muse?
No, Carnival.
No, Carnival.
Carnival,
Okay.
I think they're better than...
Yeah, it's like the best new band.
Like, shh, should we be saying that? Like, whoops!
I think the one band that I've never seen live that I've always been a big fan of, not so much now as before, but Metallica, I've never got to see them play live.
Oh, me.
Ooh, Metallica.
So,
That'd
seen
be an
those too.
interesting, really.
Never seen them play.
What, did it get crazy?
No, actually it was pretty mellow concert.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me, because I think a Metallica concert, people are just banging away.
Yeah, they were pretty mellow. I mean, it was a great
Was it during the load years?
No, it was...
Sorry, guys. We all know what.
I actually like Load.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Now, going back to a little bit from your history, where you're from, going back to your childhood, now, have you always been involved in music? Was there a certain person that inspired you, or a certain thing, an event that happened in your life?
Yeah, there's been quite a few people that inspired me. Let me say that the first electric guitar I ever got was bought to me by Antonio Flores. He's one of Spain's most famous musicians and songwriters. He died a few years ago, and we all miss him a lot. He was actually the one that gave me my first guitar.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah.
And you said from here on out, this is it.
Yeah. And funny thing is that when he gave me that guitar, I didn't play it for a couple of years because the only thing that I liked from music back then was Unplugged in New York from Nirvana.
Really?
So to me, it was the acoustic guitar, and that's it. And yeah,
So what made you want to pick up after the 2 years that you had it? Just watching Nirvana, or?
When I started seeing that Nirvana had electric stuff too.
I guess that's what you do when you're young. You're like, oh, that's cool. I'll do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guitar, I don't know, I didn't know much about guitars. The strings were like really old, and it was so
how
hard
did you
to
start
play.
learning? You just picked it up and started playing?
Yeah, literally, I would look at the videos of Nirvana playing, and I would try to imitate the position of the fingers from what I see in the video when I paused it.
So you're a very visual person.